reached out to them and said, is this really happening? And they said, yes. I said, okay, that's it. I'm flipping out. Like, I'm done. Like, you don't do that. If you want to do a drag show for adults that are 18 and above, or you want to change your sex, as long as you're above 18, you can do whatever you want. It's a free country. Everybody deserves to be happy. But when the minute they started involving elementary school kids, I flipped out. And I said, no, I can't do it. I can't have it. And
well, I hate to be a completely
Rebel
controversial
whiskey
person,
is
but
now
I would like to let you know specifically that I was the first person in my small town that did drag, and I read to children at a library. And when I tell you the turnout was around the block, I had news coverage, and the books I read were just, they're not telling you to change your sex. They're just telling you to not judge people for being different, which when I was a kid, I wish we would have inclusivities like that, because I had people that were trans and we didn't understand that when we were kids. It's not saying, hey, you get to choose your gender, fuck what your parents say. Like, sure. I think that's what a lot of people think, but that's not what the message is. So I just want to let you know, like, from my point of view, like, I'm the first person in my city who did that. I hope that doesn't make you like me, but, like, I stand strong for, everyone has their own beliefs. So, like, I don't hate on anybody, but I just have to express that's where I come from. That's what I've done. And I'm, like, a firm believer in, and sharing the message, because I think the more we hide it from children as well, the more that, like, homophobic issues or transphobic issues or, like, racism, hide things that people don't want to talk about, the more that they come out later on in life. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I 100% agree with you. And listen, what you did, I'm sure, was in perfect guidelines with everything. But I'm going to tell you about a true life experience that made me look into it and flip out. And it's no disrespect to you, no disrespect to the culture, no disrespect to anything. I have no problems with anybody. The only I have an issue with is the way it transpired in my hometown. And what was, I have a lot of my friends have kids that are like between the ages of 6 to 8. Okay. I don't have children, but a lot of my friends do. And I'm like the Pied Piper. I'm like Uncle Pauly. Everybody wants to hang out with me because they're like little people. They're cool, you know? What happened in our township was they put on a drag show, which is fine for the kids and everything else like that. But the reading material toward the end turned into more of an adult drag show than an educational thing. And 100%. And that's where most people, a lot of people labeled me a homophobe or a transphobe, which I'm not. I have gay friends. I have people right in Asbury Park that do drag shows. My girlfriend and I will go to one. I have no problems with it. It's an adult content, and it should be to an adult. Now, if the parents are aware and give their kids blessings to see this, I'm for that. But the way they did it in my town, they cut out the parents and went right to the kids, and that's where I have a problem.
I didn't wear bra and panties. I stood my ground.
So I just
a respectful way to do it when you're around children.
Yes.
I know that some of my drag friends watch it for kids. Like,
so you got the right idea.
Why people have a problem with this. And if you're going to read material, read appropriate material. Let's get back to the topic of the TV show, though.
100%.
So you got fucking wasted.
Okay. Oh, listen, I got shit-faced. And you want to know why I got shit-faced? It was unlimited alcohol. All you could drink. And they encouraged it. And I'm like, look, I'm the oldest cast member. I will bury these people drink-wise. And nobody wanted to keep up drink with me. You saw what happened to London.
Yeah.
London was throwing up in the bathroom.
They read
That's a secret. Now tell me all about.
Will pop in with us. I think she's off of school right now.
Oh, okay.
Are you still there? I don't know how to do all that, so can you message her and see if she wants to pop on? And then if she says yeah, then one of us will pop off, but that's fine. Jesus
Now tell me all about the weasel.
Oh God. When she gave me that name, I was like, can I curse on this or no? Were we like, am I going to get bleeped out or can I curse?
Go ahead, go for it.
Oh, okay, moment. All right, cool. You know, it was when she named me Weasel, I was like, oh, fuck my life. I'm done. Like, you got killer nicknames like Big Rig, Six Gauge, Sinister, Chi-Chi. I mean, you had great names, Flex, you know. Fuck you. I mean, the only thing that sucked better was fucking Flipper. I mean, that was worse than Weasel. So, you know, I'll take what I can get, you know.
You passed out drunk before it happened.
What's it? Oh, listen, I thought I was from the generation, but you can see the generation gap. We had a rule when I was in college that if you passed out in your bed, that was off. Your bed was your safe space. If you passed out on a floor, you passed out on a couch, you passed out on a toilet, you were done. Like, it was finished. Game on. I went to my bed. I was tired. I was hammered. I went to my bed. These motherfuckers went to town on me, man. I woke up looking like Post Malone. I was...
Sorry.
Oh.
I'm in Canada, by the way, guys, so marijuana is very... I forget who we just interviewed because
it's all right.
clearly just smoked weed, but we just interviewed from the show. So I had to rewatch the first couple episodes that they were in. I noticed that in the beginning of your, like, the first elimination, you still had the drawing on your face. By the end, when Daisy called you up, it was gone.
Yep.
Happened there? Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I came, they wanted it on my face, and then they cut the film, and they actually cleaned it off, and then we went back to filming. See, what a lot of people don't know about reality TV is it's extremely staged. Like, everything is plot, everything preconceived. They know what's going to happen, how's it going to go down. So they can corral you and guide you in how they want you to do things. So yeah, they wiped it off.
Episodes, am I right?
Then we proceeded with filming.
So because we've talked to
three. I think
Reggie,
I
we
kicked
talked
off
about
on the
like
third.
quite a few of the cast now. They've all said that they felt like that show wasn't very scripted. What is your thoughts? Do you felt like it was a little overstaged?
I wouldn't say I'll agree with them and say it wasn't scripted, so to speak. But they put you in scenarios that they knew what the outcome was going to be. You know, they put certain people in certain scenarios and instigated certain conversations. And of course, when the alcohol is flowing, inhibition's gone, and you're going to speak freely. You know,
that's why
more
they
so.
give all these cast
when you're
members
sober,
free alcohol.
You got
to buy your own food, but we're going to give you like an obscene amount of alcohol for free.
Yeah, 100%. They lost a lot of money.
So your first night, I don't draw the cast. I usually have like a notebook, but as you can tell, I'm literally in the middle of the forest. I usually do. I have my notebook with the cast and stuff. What were your thoughts on some of the cast?
Yeah.
I know there was those triplets. What were your thoughts on those people? Because they kind of weirded me out.
Weird out. You didn't have to share a roof with them. These guys, I think they were from Sweden or someplace like that. Three of them, and literally they looked like Bret Michaels 1985. They had the hair, the makeup, the whole 9 yards, and I tried talking to them, but all they wanted to do was eat raw hot dogs and drink alcohol. They were strange. They were strange fuckers.
Excuse me, Reggie. Who did we interview last time that mentioned Pauly that got us to reach out?
We interviewed, but Chi didn't mention Pauly. No, he mentioned, I think that TJ Murky guy. I forgot his nickname. Yeah, Flex. He mentioned.
Yeah,
Flex.
I think a lot of people said they couldn't find you online. So okay, so there's the triplets, and then like who gave you the weirdest vibes there? What about that one guy they called Torch with the fucking weird hair? Like, what were your thoughts on him? Because he seemed really weird too.
You know, Torch was weird, but I would have definitely sat down and had a drink with Torch versus the triplet. The Mbop twins were just, yeah, I wanted no part of them. But Torch was actually kind of cool.
Did you get into any like altercations with people that we didn't see that they didn't show? Like when they drew on you and shit, like did you wake up or anything?
No, I know. No altercations. To be honest with you, the three episodes I was on, which was like a week's worth of filming, I loved the cast. Everybody on the cast was super cool. I was kind of like the OG of the house because I was the oldest one there, and everybody loved me. I don't think one person didn't like me. I mean, everybody on there. I could be wrong, but I felt that everybody liked me. And I stayed friends with everybody to this day. You know, Sinister, Chi-Chi, Stage, you know, Big Rig. Big Rig was at my house a bunch of times. Yeah, 12-pack and me text back and forth. I mean, we're still friends. We're still boys, you know.
I know we can't keep you for too long, so we'll jump through like a couple more questions quick. And then if there's any quick fan questions, we'll do that. So you're eliminated. How did that go for you, and how did that feel? And then like what was the process of leaving the house? Like was your shit already packed? And, like,
it was packed. I knew I was going home that night. Oh yeah. It was. That's why when I say reality TV, because before elimination, they tell everybody to pack their shit. So they don't know who's going, who's not going, but they tell you to pack your shit. That way you're out of the house. Like literally they put you in a limo and they dump you in a hotel when you're out. Like it's Serenado, goodbye. That's it. You're done. Honestly, I wanted to go further into the show, but there was no vibe between me and Daisy. I mean, you know, she's a great girl, but you know, it was more just to say, hey, I wanted to go check out TV and have a good time. Meet some people and then come home.
Either. I mean,
you know, that's pretty
how
much.
How many girls do you think that went on Flavor of Love really wanted to date fucking Flavor? Sorry, but like none of those girls wanted to actually fucking date him.
Yeah,
Michael was at least decently attractive.
New York, probably. New York, like that.
I'm gonna practice my constitutional rights and plead the fifth on that.
A lot of the guys that did,
but I 100%
I love
agree
New York.
with
a lot of them.
I mean, yeah, he's
stuff like that. They've stated that they were actually not interested in her either. So, there's nothing wrong with doing an experience to have said experience and say, hey, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't.
No, I agree with that. I mean, that's what I did. I went to see what would happen, see what, you know, what could come of it. It's another cap. I just wanted to go and experience it and see what happens and you know, say, hey, I was on reality.
And based on your experience, can you say has filming helped you with any other projects you had?
I don't know if it's helped me. I honestly think if I Love Money 3 aired, it would have launched and went into something else because, and I'm not just saying that because I was on it, the cast that was on I Love Money 3 was the cream of the crop, man. Everybody, synergies between everybody, the camaraderie, the way teamship worked, the way inner thing went, it was, and just the house was fun. I mean, there was shit going down. Even the guys behind the scene that were filming said that you guys, the cast was the best because the way we interact and the way we form made up, and it was very natural. It wasn't scripted. I will say, I Love Money 3 was not
just to
scripted. It was carte
to
blanche. You could do whatever you want.
piggyback off of what she was saying was, so how long did it go before you got the call after you were eliminated to do that show?
It was literally a month after I got done with Daisy of Love. They called me up and said, listen, we got a show coming, I Love Money 3. It's in the works. Actually, they called it Three Amigos because they had to have a code name for it. So they called it Three Amigos. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm down for another show. I mean, a shot at $250K, I'm totally down. And what was crazy is when we started filming, actually Big Rig and me were the team captains right from the get-go. And, you know, me and Big Rig pretty much ran the house the entire time, and it was great. I loved it. And I wish it aired because it would have been the next fucking launch for everybody.
Experience with I Love Money 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were there any moments
Definitely.
that you can or are willing to tell us that would be juicy from I Love Money that none of us got to see, that said you got into it with, what was his name again at the end?
Ryan
Crazy like that
Jenkins.
happened to
Yeah,
any other
I
cast
threw him around a little
members
bit toward the
even,
end. You know, of course, with the women, there was a lot of cattiness going on back and forth. The guys were pretty much cool with each other. There was no inner turmoil between the guys. There was a lot of, we'll call it casual dating happening on I Love Money 3. There was a lot of hookups going on behind scenes, on scenes. It was pretty crazy because Big Rig and Marcia Brazil were actually dating prior to filming. And the night of eliminations, Big Rig sends Marcia Brazil packing the first night because he wanted to hang out with Cocktail.
You guys heard this here first.
Wow.
You guys have heard this here.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Big Rig, come on. Wow, was it? And he was the one who made it. He was the final four, correct? On Day of Love.
No. And
He
Daisy
was
of
the
Love,
fourth
I
person,
think he made it real
because
close to
he
the
had-
end.
he
I don't know
really got
exactly.
into it with all the other guys. So just to touch base again on Daisy of Love, did you
Yep.
continue speaking to Daisy at all afterwards?
No. That night of elimination.
We,
was the last
I
time spoke
personally,
to her
we
or talked
interviewed
to or
her.
saw her.
She didn't do a lot of anything for a long time. She kind of was out of the spotlight. We interviewed her. We did a 2-part interview on YouTube, and she is doing fantastic now. She's very introverted and a very different person than who she used to be. School for what is it? Anthropology.
Okay.
Shit you would not expect.
Yeah.
Brunette and
Different
just really
person.
low key now. Her and I text and talk quite often. Really has done a lot for us, and she just likes to hang out and chat with me.
Cool.
So you left I Love Money. Pay you for these shows. Was there a huge price difference?
Yeah, huge. Basically, I mean, Daisy of Love, I think I made maybe $5,000 on Daisy of Love. It wasn't a lot of money. And then I Love Money, they actually pay you for your, how far you make it. But the big money is once it airs. And the way the contract's written is all 13 episodes have to air in order for you to get compensated. And that's why with the I Love 3 getting canceled, a lot of people lost a lot of money. So it was not a huge payoff, I Love Money 3, which it would have been into the hundreds of thousands of dollars for every cast member. because you make your money. What most people don't realize is when you come back from doing reality shows, you do guest appearances, you do bar appearances,